Welcome back to the Kids Action Bible Show. You're watching the 144 Kids recap on the Kids Action Bible Show. Let's get into it. All right, so let's recap before what we went over last. Wait, what in the world? What is this? Wait, before we go to the recap. Oh man, Vinny, what are you doing, man? We gotta get to the recap. Austin, I have a question for you. What is this? What's the question? What type of man was Boaz before he got married? What type of man was Boaz before he got married? I don't know. What is it, old man Vinny? He was ruthless. He was ruthless. Oh. Vinny, that's good. That's good. I love it. All right, let's get to the recap. That's fantastic. Ooh, I feel like I'm flying. We got the clouds. Okay, what did we talk about last Shabbat? Yes, you see this big cat? Please don't eat me. We talked about Shabbat. We talked about the Sabbath day. So let's go over the slides, the slides that we went over the previous week. And so we were in Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 through 11. Let's read it together. It says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work. But on the seventh day is the Sabbath to Yah your Elohim. On it you shall do no work. You or your son or your daughter, your male servant or female servant, your livestock, the sojourner who is within your gates. For in 6 days Yah made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested on the seventh day. Therefore, Yah blessed the seventh day and made it holy. So good. So good. So we talked about this. Holy means to be set apart, to be Kodesh. Holy means Kodesh. It means to be set apart. You keep things separate. And we did a whole breakdown on our last Shabbat video. If you want to go see that, go check it out. So if you watched the last Shabbat video, you should know the answer to this. How many days shall we work? Drum roll, please. Answer is 6 days. You should only work 6 days. And the seventh day, you should rest because it's a holy, set apart day to Yah, your Elohim. We also talked about this verse, which is so good. This is Exodus chapter 31, verse 16. Let's read it together. The Israelites must keep the Sabbath, celebrating it as a permanent covenant for the generations to come. Guys, Shabbat, the Sabbath is a permanent covenant. All of Israel, if you identify with Israel, if you've been grafted in, this is a covenant for you. This is a commandment for you. Keep the Shabbat. Just rest and enjoy this day and dedicate it to Him. Let's look at another verse. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 12. It says, moreover, I gave them my Sabbaths to be a sign between them and me. This is a sign, kind of similar to a stop sign. If you are keeping the Shabbat, that's an easy way for people to identify, for the Father to identify, you are Israel, you are part of Him. This is a clear sign. Sabbath is so important. So good. All right, let's continue. I'm sorry, this don't be like that. Don't be like that. All right, here's the next one. Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Now, this is a big one. That's why I had to get my hard hat on, okay? Honor your mother and your father. This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Let's read it together. It says, honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long in the land that Yah your Elohim is giving you. Guys, honoring our mother and our father is so important. It's so big. This is so important. So important. If you want a trick to a long life, you want to be old, you want to live a long life, honor your mother and father. It's clear cut. So take a look at this. Here's a question. How do we honor our mother and father? So this is a picture of me and my mom. And this is me when I was 15 years old. I know. Haven't really aged much at all. Still a young man. But this is what I looked like when I was that age. So the question is, how do we honor our mother and father? Let's find out. So let's go to scripture. Anytime we're trying to understand something, we need to go to scripture. See if we can figure out what does this mean. So let's check it out together. This is Exodus chapter 21, verse 17. This says, whoever curses his father or his mother shall be put to death. So if you want to honor your mother and father, first thing you shouldn't do is curse them. Now, cursing doesn't just mean using bad words or foul language. It means to speak something against someone. We're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to speak any type of evil against our parents. We're not supposed to curse them. Just like we can bless people, we don't want to curse people, especially our mother and our father. Check out this verse right here. This is Exodus 21:15. It says, whoever strikes his mother or father shall be put to death. Now, both of these, the punishment is death. This is serious. That's why I had the hard hat on. You gotta be safe around here. The punishment is death. We're not supposed to curse them or attack them by any means. The Most High is not okay with it. The Father is not happy about it. He says, if you attack your mother or father, surely you should be put to death. Those are serious words coming from Yah. We have this verse right here. Colossians chapter 3, verse 20. Let's read it together. Children, obey your parents in everything, for this pleases Yah. Guys, if you want to know how to please the Father and keep this commandment, obey your parents. Obey your parents. Why? When we obey our parents, it pleases the Most High. It pleases the Father. Wow. How awesome is that? And here's one more verse for good measure. Ephesians chapter 6, verses 2 through 3. It says this. It says, honor your mother and father. This is the first commandment with a promise. He says, we honor our mother and father that it may go well with us and we live long in the land that he's given us. Wow. We've gone through 5 commandments already, and this commandment is the first one that comes with a promise. Whoa, I didn't even notice that. Didn't even notice that, but it's so true. You want to live a long life? You want it to go well with you? You want to enter into the land that he's given us? We have to honor our mother and father. This is serious. You see it right here. This is the first commandment with a promise. Guys, this is huge. This is big. So my question to you is, how can you keep this commandment? What are some ways that we can better honor our mother and father? When we're in groups, we kind of looked over some of these words, some of these questions here to help us think about our study today. Here, I'm gonna throw them on the screen. I'm gonna give you 3 seconds and I want you to take some time and screenshot it or just pause the video and answer these questions for yourself. So that concluded our study for today, but we're not done yet. We gotta go over some great artwork that we've seen in. So this one right here, this is from Sierra. Take a look at this beautiful artwork. Sierra, well done. And thanks for sending this in. This is awesome. Let's hit another one. Whoa, look at the ZZs on this one. How awesome is that? Luma made these. Luma, great job making these ZZs. This is from Numbers chapter 15. Well done. Now also, we have some great videos made by Naya and Mason, and we're gonna play those right now.
Look at those sculptures that has lots of cute animals. Like meerkats, giraffes, and boats. We don't have to look anymore. Genesis 6 and 7. Noah's Ark and the Flood. Toasty saw the yard wars. He did not disobey yard. Noah studied the yard's board. He received the message. So he did everything God commanded him to do. After his daughters followed the book, they were ready. Who was any kind of bird, creature that moves along the ground. Then 7 house a clean animal, headed away. Best part that you will learn John Wills, know John Mercy, understand the history. Pick up your Bible today. You'll find something good.
Still a young man.
Hello, I'm Naya, and this is my commercial. Whoa, the bats are a cool trick. Cute little guy. Let's dive in. Long time ago, after Joseph had saved everyone with his dreams, a new Pharaoh took over that did not like the Israelites, so he told the Hebrew midwives to kill the Hebrew newborn boys, and didn't kill any babies, but it was not safe for the Hebrew boys. A Levite woman had no choice but to put her precious baby boy in a basket. The princess and her helper were walking along the beach. They found the basket. She wanted to raise a baby as her own son, but needed some help. Moses' older sister popped up and said that she could find a Hebrew woman to feed the baby. Moses grew up in the palace as a prince. He learned to read and write like the Egyptians. Moses saw an Egyptian beating an Israelite. He was very angry. Moses beat the Egyptian. Moses saw the two Hebrews fighting and asked what they were doing. He said, "Are you thinking about killing me as you killed the other Egyptian?" Some other great stories in Exodus are 10 plagues, the Promised Land, and when Moses escapes to Midian and gets married. How would you feel if you had to be put in a basket and got raised by another family? How do you feel about that? And now a drum solo. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and share if you want to. Goodbye.
Still a young man.